Professor Sinha, I want to ask you this question. We seem to be losing the audio connection on Gaurav Vallabh. The point that he was trying to make is actually on the basis of a tweet by a journalist called Anant Krishnan. He tweets two images from The Hindu. Image number one is of a write-up from 22nd February 2014, where the Prime Minister says, China should shed expansionist mindset. Cut to 2020, July 3rd, 2020, again The Hindu, where the Prime Minister says, age of expansionism over. Do you think, Professor Sinha, that the more things change, the more they remain the same?
You know, Narendra Modi ji is consistent in his approach. During his visit to Japan, which Brahmchalani and others would explain better than me, it was the first visit after coming to power in Japan, where he gave a clear and unambiguous message to the world, that particularly to China, that the era of expansionism ended. It is a medieval concept. There is no place for that. It is not a hollow message by the Prime Minister. The way he planned his tour, he went to Mongolia, you know the relationship between Mongolia and China. He went to Vietnam, you know the relationship between Vietnam and China. Japan. So he tried to make a club of the nations who have been victim of the Chinese expansionism. China is an expansionist by its core and creed. It is not a new thing. And Nehru witnessed the defeat of India, knowing this fact when he was warned that China is an expansionist country. India tried its best. Congress blames that jhula jhula. We tried our best, formal and informal way to create a friendship and peace and prosperity to change the mind. It is the monopoly of the government. But at the same time, it was not hollow. Since 2014, Narendra Modi government has been preparing the infrastructure at the border which alarmed the Chinese. That kicks and rebuffs which China used to give India is being reciprocated by India. It is not an old India.
Okay, let me get in a response. Gaurav Vallabh, you've heard Professor Sinha.
Yeah.
He says that, can you really blame Narendra Modi? You knew what the Chinese designs were, yet at the same time, he chose the path of diplomacy. He chose the path of friendship. For 6 long years, he did so. And if we have been betrayed even after that, what choice does he have?
Sanket, what the representative from BJP is saying, that Modi ji is consistent in his approach. Means for last 6 years, he is consistently saying what is that China is having the policy of expansionism. For last 6 years, he is continuing. What do you mean by
please
this?
Elaborate.
I mean to convey that what happened to 18 meetings? What happened to 5 visits to China? What happened to the 3 visits by Xi Jinping to India? The same mindset is there. And second point, Sanket, I was aware that he is going to raise Pandit Nehru's issue. I would, with very humble words, I would like to say, Mr. Sinha, that don't compare the writer of Discovery of India with the amateur artist of Discovery Channel. The difference is this wide. One side, Pandit Nehru, who is the author of the Discovery of India.
Okay,
and
one by one, right to reply.
Lalita
Kumaramanglam and then Professor Sinha. Very quickly.
So don't compare this.
Lalita Kumaramanglam wanted to come in.
The fact is that it took 6 years of effort before India has finally said that, look, we are tired of turning the other cheek. Let me also remind everybody on the show that for dozens of times, it would be possible for me to even count. Every time anybody from the BJP, not just Prime Minister Modi, has said that China needs to be met with force, the cacophony about why do we have to go to war? Why can't we settle things diplomatically is there. So in this case, it seems to always have been damned if you do and damned if you don't. Now, when finally we have taken a tough stand, and let's also be clear that this tough stand is not just to do with their incursion, so-called what they call the incursion
but Lalita,
in India.
There are a couple of questions. Ms. Kumaramanglam, see, there are a couple of questions here.
Ask me whatever questions. Let me finish. Please, let me finish. You never interrupted the others. Let me finish. For the first time, when we're taking a tough stand, and today it was not as if he was declaring war. He just said that, look, we are here to protect our own. However, we still believe in peace. But if you push us beyond the point, we are more than willing to take you on.
Absolutely.
So I don't think he declared war.
Nobody seems to suggest over here that the Prime Minister's visit over there was a statement of war or a declaration of war. Nobody is saying this. In fact, he talked about preparedness.